Hello, pilots, and welcome back to Flight Academy Season 5, brought to you by Out of Art Gaming. As always, my name is Phil, and we have some more Scum on Scum action. It's the repeat of the final from Season 4. Will these players make it into the top 4 cut? Will the results stay the same as the final from Season 4? Joining me to try and figure that out is our
Hello, it's
Flight
Ben.
Academy champion, Ben. Hey, Ben. Welcome back. We've got you on the table. You are flying a really cool scum list of Q9 and Dirge. Coming up against quite a scary Kath Scarlet and Lima Kai list, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, facing up against a fire spray is a bit daunting.
Especially one that's got a shield upgrade, so it's got 11 health.
Yeah, and fearless.
And Marauder, and Dead Man Switch.
And
all
Josh's beloved Deadman Switch, yeah.
He does love that upgrade, and it's come in really well for him. And he loves the Y-Wing as well. That seems to be a big favourite of his.
Yeah, he flew Cavill before, didn't
Yeah, it was Cavill and Victor. Was it Victor Hell?
he? Josh Sterrett.
Jostaro, that's the one. Yeah, two interesting ships that you would Cavill we'd seen before, but Jostaro was an interesting choice, but actually played really well. I mean, he was our rookie of the year. He got to the final of season 4, and he's vying for a place in the top 4 now. In fact, I think he is one of only 2 players currently guaranteed a top 4 slot. So it's going to be interesting to see whether he ends up second or third in our top 4, because you could even pip top spot from you, actually. I think it's 19 to 16 points at the moment on you two.
Wow.
But you are our Scum connoisseur, as it were. It's definitely your favourite faction. I'm interested in your thoughts going into this match against Josh. Who is your number 1 priority target?
Kath. Aside from the ion bombs, didn't see Lee Mackay as much of a threat. And points-wise, Lee Mackay is only 3 points. So my plan, I think, was just to go full on Kath. I think I was hoping for a first turn proton cannons, but Kath came at me rather quick. So I think this might just be a range 1.
Looks like... Oh no, it's range 2.
So... Just managed to squeeze it in. Okay, I really wanted to get the proton cannons to try and get that good first engagement.
I mean, Kath being 7 points does make her quite an obvious target.
Yeah, it's a lot to chew through, though.
Yeah. But that's a good start there.
Yeah, I do like proton cannons.
They're so good, and especially on a ship like the Rogue, where I know Josh didn't have any tokens there, but you just basically go, yeah, green tokens don't exist for you right now. But it's a surprise you didn't go for like, again, I'm a big fan for it, but marksmanship on there, but I can see why Predator could be quite handy.
Yeah, so I did actually make a little bit of a mistake list building, and I actually forgot that. I think it probably came up in one of my previous videos. I actually forgot that Predator is only primary. So initially, I had the thought of using Predator with the proton cannons. Now you can't do that. So had I known that, probably would have taken something else. Although Predator has worked a couple of times for me in this round. I know Fearless is a really good upgrade with Dirge, because if your opponent tries to stop your proton cannons and just get in range 1, then Fearless is going to be really strong there. So it kind of works quite well with proton cannons in that
Fearless
respect.
is just generally a really good Scum upgrade. Oh, yes.
That's close.
So if you're ever wondering, if a medium ship is just outside range 1 and parallel, a 1 forward fits. That's aggressive. That's just there going, come on then. What are you going to do about it? And even if you go past, still got a 3 dice gun out the back.
Yeah, that's what I find crazy about fire sprays, is there's no penalty for shooting at the back, unlike pretty much every other ship with a rear arc.
Yeah, I think, yeah, because the Lambda is a 3 and 2, the Arc is a 3 and 2. Gosh, I can't even think what other ships have forward and back arcs, but they're all pretty much 3 and 2s if I remember rightly.
I mean, you could class a SF kind of has, with the gunner title, would have a 3 and a 2 at
Yeah,
certain
SF.
times.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense, because otherwise you've got obviously the bow tie arc, which means it's the same either way. But for standard, like, front and back, I mean, the fire spray is the gold standard of medium base ships. Got a great dial, tons of health, good forward and back arc, and it's just, I mean, it's 2 of 8 on it as well, and great loadout. It's just such a tank. Ooh,
You're
not
using
triggering contraband.
contraband.
We've used it on Dirge,
Yeah.
taken the focus, but you've not used it on Q9. Look of it, but again, we see what you do with contraband. You like to use it on a Talon. Or
Yeah.
sorry, no, looks
Oh,
like you. Oh, it's the
no, sorry, use the ability.
yeah, the ability there. Which seems like the right time to use it, because Lima's turret is pointing up the board, and I would anticipate that Josh is going to try and take Dirge down because he's already got him down to 4. Oh, that's some damage coming in there.
So Dirge ability to upgrade one to a crit, cancel one. It's quite a complex set of
Yeah,
triggers.
so
I
that's
much prefer the separatist Dirge version, but
yeah.
yeah, it's not
The
bad.
Separatist
The
Dirge is really
Scum
good,
one.
but again, the medium-based ships are very limited in Separatist. Not as limited as Resistance, though, unfortunately.
No, we really need to see a medium resistant ship.
Resistance K-Wing. I
Mm,
mean, I'd take that, because then maybe you'd actually get the K-Wing as standard in Rebels. Oh, some nice evades there
nice.
from Josh. The dice have turned in his favour here.
That's not great dice.
Good job
Target
on the
lock, though.
target lock, though. There we
That's
go.
better.
Spend the calculate. We're not getting shot at. Don't need to regen the force, so 2 hits and a crit. Oh,
Oh, Josh rode on invades for days.
those green dice. Keeping Calf just above half and not taking a crit. Dirge, though, got the lock. Hit crit. With the fuel leak, that's Dirge gone. Wow. Does change the dynamic of the game quite drastically, but it's still the Razor Crest he's got to take out, because the Razor Crest is... That ship is actually a bit of a unit.
Yeah, it's tough to take down.
Very quick move there from Josh. I'm not sure... Oh, maybe it's actually not bad. just felt a bit too fast, I thought. I don't know, not necessarily sure if the K-turn was the right option. Especially with the rear gun, he could have just done a 3 forward, target locked or taken the focus. Some mods against you. Got you in a bit of a kill box, so he's going to get to shoot with both ships, not taking the red focus with Lee Mackay. Good idea, I think.
That's half points.
Half points and a crit, which it is. I think that. Oh, fuel leak. I'm not sure. Fuel leak or hull breach would you have preferred there as the first crit on with 5 health left? I think hull breach would have been really nice. But you can't argue with a fuel leak. Oh, first point of damage on the Q9 there. Again, I mentioned that I think that the fire spray is sort of like the gold standard of medium base ships. I do think that the Razor Crest is also a fantastic medium base ship that's only let down by its loadout cost at the moment for certain pilots. Obviously, they would be Commando.
The lack of blue can be tricky. Yeah. But if you can try and just go up and down a board and just stick to one lane, it's generally not too bad.
It's not very maneuverable at all, but it is still quite a tank, and I've very rarely seen it actually go down. And plus, I mean, hopefully you guys can see that on the screen there, but Ben has just attached a massive gun on the back of it as well, which is very Serenity, if you ask me, but I absolutely love it. Oh, a great block there from Cascala.
Unfortunately, there wasn't enough board space for me to do the 5k.
Yeah, I think the 5k would have sent you off the edge. Was that an attempt at the Talon there? I'm assuming because of the stress it would be. It's a bit of a shame that the Razor Crest doesn't have a rear arc as well, because it feels like it could possibly have that, but...
I was toying with the idea of taking Hotshot Blaster on it.
Ooh.
For a bit of fun.
Yeah. That would have, like, thinking back on some of the games, that would have triggered a fair amount, actually.
Yeah.
But it's all one of those things, it's like, if you'd have had it, would it have triggered, though? Would people have been like, you've got that, maybe I'll try and avoid that triggering?
I was also trying with the idea of taking L337, which is such a good upgrade, because it really helps with the blues, but I think kind of sinking the majority of the points into having a force was the final decision to ensure that I've always got a mod.
I think the force is really powerful. Like, again, as you say, giving you that mod, regardless of what you are doing, is very, very helpful. Again, it does take a lot of the points you have available to use, but sometimes, you know what? It's worth it. L337 is really good, though. You obviously get the blues and that dual ability of just going, haha, you've just rolled a really good roll. Now re-roll it, and then you can't change that.
Yeah,
Which you used against me. You've used that against me, and I didn't like it. When I was doing my double defender tie list, you used it against me, and I was not happy. Ooh. strong attack from Lee Mackay there. One going through it. That was actually a hit that got knocked to a crit when Josh, your evade dice are rolled. So good spot there from the two of you. One of the downsides of obviously doing this into a dice tray is you've got all the dice in there, so it's easy to knock them, but it just makes it so much. Oh,
that was a good reroll.
Ben,
naughty, naughty.
That very unfair, but also amazing. Good job that Josh had fixed his fuel leak. But it's likely he's going to get another one, so that's...
Could be direct hit.
A weapons failure. A damage engine. And a direct hit.
Oh.
And
that's quite important because that's before he gets to engage.
Yeah, that's initiative kill. It's a huge point swing because you had 3 points to 4, but suddenly you're now 7 to 4.
Josh could easily pull this back.
Yeah.
He's not far off getting another 3 points, which would tie the game.
Yeah, 1 more point off you, and that's half points, and that does tie up the game. And it's not often you say this, but the Y-Wing is more manoeuvrable than Q9.
Yeah.
Especially now that you've used Contraband as well. You've got 2 stress.
Double stressed.
Yeah, you're not a happy little bounty hunter. And now you're ioned as well.
Yeah, it's so difficult to clear 1 stress, let alone 2 stress, trying to go straight for 2 turns on a small board. It's not going to be easy. And then have the space to be able to turn around.
I mean, at least you're guaranteed to clear 1 stress next turn because you're ioned. In fact, it's the only time you'll be able to do a 1 bank and clear a stress. Good evasion there, though. In fact, looking at your position, I think, for me, I'd say a 1 bank would be ideal. Okay.
Yeah, might have enough room to do a 1 forward and then 2 Talon.
Yeah. I would say that is a distinct possibility there, and enough time in the round to be able to do that. But just look at that. A Y-Wing in pursuit, it just...
A Y-Wing chasing down a Razor Crest.
It's so funny to see, and it actually just completely sits with Josh's playstyle as well. Oh, and he gets the half points. It is a tied game at this point with 6 minutes to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get enough time to turn around and do enough damage to half point him.
Yeah. Getting turned around is going to be the issue.
It's quite interesting that the Razor Crest has got an evade. I don't see that often on a medium base ship.
No. No, for being very evasive. Forward was that. It's giving him options on which lane to go in. I think maybe if he'd have got a bit faster to try and clear that obstacle sooner. Oh, just the one.
I'm getting terrorized by a 2 dice Y-Wing.
Yeah. There we go.
Just about evading.
It's almost giving me flashbacks from the old 4 Y-Wings with TLT dates from version 1.
Oh, that was horrible.
Or
TLT.
the doubles tournament I went to where my opponents had 8 Y-Wings with TLT.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
It was traumatizing, I'm not going to lie.
He used to have a ghost. with
the Phantom,
TLT and
TLT.
Phantom, Fenral.
It was rude. It wasn't very nice.
TLT used to work really well with Miranda, didn't it?
Probably why it never came back in version 2.
Yeah, because you could fire one shot normal and then fire another shot with one less and regen a shield.
Sneaking. He almost snuck another one off you. You might have time. Oh, not with a roll like that though. But 2 damage if they go through. This is it. You've got 3 minutes. 2 more points. 2 more points to get half there.
Oh, this is going to be close.
So, I mean, you couldn't exactly go any slower.
Oh, and he's gone.
Okay.
He dodged the arc.
Oh, he's teasing us. It was the K-turn. I mean, landed on the obstacle, so it's not going to get a shot, but...
Stops the half point.
That is great. Can he... I mean, it looks like we're going to get one more round in there, but can he get those last 4 hull off you? It had to be an amazing shot to do it, but... This game has really swung. Obviously, Dirge went down fairly quickly, and then you were able to just wipe Kath off the board. I don't think anyone would have predicted it being the Y-Wing versus the Razor Crest for the final half of the game. There's a bump there. I think we're only going to get one more shot, but this would have to be absolute miracle dice on Josh's side, blank out on your side, and the worst crit combination to come
need
through.
a crit train. Seen it before though. There's a crit.
Yeah, that was the crit. We are going to get one more
Managed to get a dial down.
No, I probably would have just done the one bank and accepted I was bumping, knowing that it would be very difficult for you to avoid me. But oh, here we go. Range 3 from downtown.
Ooh.
And
need a good roll.
That's an unfortunate ship bumpage there, but that is obstructed. I mean...
I do have Boba Fett trigger, I think.
The target lock as well still there, so... Boba Fett plus the Force, 2 hits and a crit, you could do it. 2 evades.
I guess 2 evades.
Oh, so
close.
Depends on the crit. That's not a direct hit. Loose stabilizer. 1 hull point away from half pointing the Mackay. It comes down to a dice off now, unfortunately. Which we know isn't always the best way of determining a winner, but you know what, sometimes when a game is this close, you kind of do have to just let it go to fate to decide.
I go into penalties.
Yeah. So both of you have got a point each. This is for those final 3 points, and this will determine who takes top spot. Take the first penalty, 3 eyes, a crit, and Josh
Crit will do it.
I do tell him just to roll on both.
Josh adding drama. That was a crit. No, that
Oh,
was a hit.
2
No.
hits and a focus. So you do
Oh.
take those 3 points, and you know what? It's not how we like to end the game, but it was that close that I think letting it go down to fate was almost felt right in a weird way. Both of you played an absolute blinder, and if you tune in at different points of the game, either one of you are on top there. So well done to both players there, and it's great to watch a Y-wing chase down a Razor Crest. In all honesty, but let's have a look at the table for our penultimate game. So see what is at stake. So you have cemented top spot. You are the top seed for the finals, 23 points. Josh is currently in second with 17. Wes is in fourth with 14, having played all games. Our final game is Ben and Andy. Ben is guaranteed into the top 4. Can Andy sneak it into the top 4? And where will they end up? That is the question at this point. But Ben, fantastic game. Again, thank you for joining us on commentary there.
No worries. Yep. Enjoyed watching that one back.
Well, we look forward to seeing at least 2 more games from you in the finals. But in the meantime, guys, we have 1 more game for the Swiss left to come. So don't forget, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you for the final game of the round robin.